Hi there, another day at Toad Hopper Ranch. Today we're out working on our sign. Apparently it's so windy here all the time, and I'm actually dressed for warmer than what it's not that cold. But the wind is like 20-mile-an-hour gusts, and when it hits you, of course, the wind chill factor kicks in. So it's nice to be this bundled up. But anyway, I'm going to turn around here, and you can see Terry's working on the sign. Where am I at here? Everything's backwards in the camera. I can't get it around here. There it is. It's so windy that the sign is twisting in the wind, and it faces the wrong direction. So today he's going to put another leg on it so it'll be more secure. So let me turn this around here and we'll see. So what's your plan?
Plan is we're going to extend it out, drop another leg down, cut it off about here, put a T across there to hold the bottom, and dig another post hole about there.
Yeah, you can see how the wind is whipping it, and it completely turns around and faces this direction actually, because it's not cemented in the ground. It's Terry dug the hole here, and it was quite a deal because our ground is full of rock. We dug up a whole bunch of jasper, which was nice. It's yellow jasper. It is usable for jewelry, which is what we do. We make jewelry. If you want to look us up on TD Banks on Etsy, you'll see some of the stuff that we do. But that and working on the ranch here is what we do. So anyway, I'll come back to this in a bit and then see how far we've progressed. So here's the fun part of putting anything in the ground up here by the driveway, because there is a ridge of stone that goes from our driveway and down to one side of our yard, and it's pretty dense. So we've got to dig a hole. Not we, Terry has to dig a hole that is, what did I say, 26 inches?
Yeah.
Something like that, in order to set up the posts that are behind him. And this is a two-part sign holder. The other part of it is over here. So that's going to slip down on the top of it. Last time we did this, which was next to the fence, we dug up a lot of jasper, and probably have cut some of that up with my tile saw. But we'll get back to this in a little bit. Well, it's taken a few minutes, so what we did was we ran into huge rocks right away. You can see down in there, and some of the big ones we pulled out. I laid over here in our little fence row here. Those two right there, 3. And that is, a lot of it's jasper. Yellow jasper. I don't know what the rest of it is, some kind of quartz and things like that. But what we noticed was right where we're digging, and it's kind of hard to see, but it's way up here. There's a box, like a phone box, on the ground. It's at the end of our grapevines. And then go back this way, and there's one right here. And we're kind of in line with that. We're hoping that that we are not close to it, but it's kind of in the vicinity. So we're trying to be careful and make sure that we don't accidentally dig up the line.
inches maybe.
Okay.
Put it in pour sackcrete around it rather than try to go down 2.5, 3 feet.
Yeah. Yeah, we just needed to secure it
So it won't spin.
so it won't spin. That was the whole purpose of this. So we didn't have the other one cemented in, and it's deeper. You didn't run into that much rock on the first hole, did you?
No,
It's amazing.
it's all small.
As he's picking his nose. So you want me to show him what?
I wanted you to see what good Missouri topsoil looks like.
Oh, yes, let's do that. Yep, there it is. Good Missouri topsoil. So we got this hole down to about, what'd you say, 15 inches?
Good solid 15 inches.
Yep. And look at the rocks in the side there. I mean, that's what you get around here. And that ridge runs down our driveway and right about there, and it goes on to the backyard. But on this side of the yard, all of this, there's dirt. Now we haven't dug down in it very far, but we've had enough to go in there and till with a tractor, you know, disc it up with a tractor, and didn't run into much of anything. So there's just a ridge of rock that runs down the driveway and back behind the house, and then it kind of turns into rock behind the house. We don't mow back there as far as what the previous owners did because it tears up the mower. So.
And when you take all the rocks out, in about 30 days, they have babies.
Yeah.
And then you got a whole new crop of rocks, it seems like.
This is true. That's what we grow here at Toad Hopper Ranch.
Toads and rocks.
Toads and rocks. Okay. So I walked across the street here and I thought maybe you'd like to see some of our neighbors. Some young ones in there. Oh, I'm making them all uncomfortable. They're not used to people. So I won't stay here very long, but they're in here in this little paddock for some reason, whether they're new and they're in quarantine or they're getting ready to sell them, because all the rest of them are way back there in the field, including that big Brahma that I like so much. So, alright, we won't disturb them because they're nervous about me being here. And here he is, a man in his sign and his coffee.
Coffee first.
Looks pretty good.
There it was. Made a nice wind vane before.
Yeah, it did. It kept swinging, so it was flat to the house. So now it's more secured in the ground, and it won't be swinging around on that post. We're gonna have to bring in some fill because those huge rocks we took out of there. We put the dirt and the little rocks back in, but we still need to add a couple more inches of dirt. But we have plenty of places we could get that from. So.
And if you don't have telephone service, it's not our fault.
Yeah, we didn't hit a line.
No, we were very careful.
Yeah, we didn't even see a line, so we were aware of that, and
We stayed shallow on this end.
yeah,
We're good.
we're good. Well, we had some time left after getting the sign up. Time left on the card here, so I thought I'd just give you a quick little tour of our property. We've never really done that. So behind me is our barn, and I don't have the keys on me right now to get into it, but it is a, well, let me get around so I can get my face out of here, you can see it better. It is a 36 by 36 pole barn. It had some stalls in it. That door goes into like a tack room. Right now, we had to clean it out. It was full of pallets. They must have kept hay in here. It's close to our neighbor's fence. As you can see, we don't own the fence or anything that's on the other side of it. But this, when you see pictures of me with the horses, that's where they usually are. And I don't see them right now. They must be down over the hill in the woods. But usually Parker and Nessie are here, and then there's another pasture over there, and it has 3 more horses on it. So sometimes they let them all out over here. So we've got the barn, and we parked the truck in there. Got a couple of mowers in there. Just odds and ends, stuff that we're using to work on the house. And then one time this was all fenced in. Here was like the main gate, and there's a hydrant there, so we have water. They had animals in here at one time, I guess, horses, and so they had to have water out here. The back of our property, which we're probably looking at 2.5 acres back there, is all like a park. And we keep most of it mowed. You get back there too far and you get into rocks and stuff, it tears up the mowers. So here's the back of our house. And there's going to be some changes to that next year, especially the porch area. We come down our driveway. And so Terry, he's putting some tools away that we used to put that sign up, so he's just putting stuff in the shed. The shed needs quite a bit of work. It's leaning and it needs roof work. I don't know if we're even going to keep it, but right now it serves a purpose. So that's where we keep stuff in there. You can see the bottom of it. The whole house, everything's yellow except for the house because we redid it. But masonite is rotted at the bottom, got termite damage, and the other side of it, I don't know what to call it. The soffit, is that what that is, Terry? It's all rotted out.
Yeah,
falling
fascia.
down. So it needs some maintenance, or we're just going to get rid of it. And this building over here is Terry's shop, and we do stick my car in there if there's a threat of hail, and he keeps all of his tools and stuff in there. It's a pretty big sized room, and I think it's pretty stable except for a few places, like over the door. There's some rotted wood and stuff up there. And did we fix that leak, or do we know yet?
Half.
I
don't think it's going to leak.
Yeah, probably need a new roof eventually.
It needs more.
And then here's the building that we call the cottage/warehouse. It has a lean-to on the back of it. So we just keep some lawn equipment in there. Not very much, but it's also in need of being resided. It needs a new roof. We definitely got a fixer-upper, but nothing leaks, but we definitely need a new roof. And I'm going to go around this side of it since I'm over here and show you what the front of it looks like. And probably at one time it was a cute little place. It was supposedly a business. The first owners or builders, they had a tax office in here. But as you can see, it's pretty damaged, so we need to replace all this siding, replace those windows. The door, well, it's the corner post is totally rotted out. And if it wasn't for this jack post right here, I wouldn't be able to get this door open. But this is where I hang out. This is my workshop, and messing around with a vinyl cutter. So I got that on there. And if you don't know what TD Binks is, look us up on Etsy. So it's tdbinks.etsy.com. We make jewelry. And you've heard me talk about our green stalks. And these come apart. They're in sections. I have 2 of them. One's got herbs in it, and the other one I had all kinds of salad. I'm getting ready to take them apart and bring them in so they don't freeze. But I have some lettuce in there growing and some chives, and that is Swiss chard still growing. So it has a nice porch on it that we rebuilt. The porch was caving in. The porch roof was caving in, and before Terry had his hip replacement, we rebuilt that whole thing. And there's cute little lights on it you can barely see, but they haven't come on yet. They're on a timer, and they light up every night. So, alright, I just wanted to give you a quick look at what we had going on here. Everybody said they loved the porch. Well, here's a view. The whole front of the house is the porch. And we basically live out here on the porch in the summertime. Alright, well, I want to thank you all for watching, and hopefully this was a little more interesting than the last one, and we will see you on the next video. God bless.